I see that we will start. So I will, first of all, start with an introduction, I would say, to our webinar today. I would like to say, first of all, a very, very warm welcome to our distinguished guests from Mohammed bin Rashid Aerospace Hub in Dubai South. First of all, we have with us today Mr. Taoun Saif, the CEO. We also have the director, Mohammed Al-Falasi, sorry. And I myself, I'm David Sprecher from Shibolet Co. I'm the head of the Aviation, Transportation and Tourism Practice. As a very forward, I would say, I must say that the vision that has accompanied, I would say, the creation of the Aerospace Hub and the project of Dubai South that I had the privilege to see on my last visit to Dubai, initiated by the ruler of Dubai, Al Maktoum, and also with the help and the patronage of His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Said Al Maktoum. Those are prime elements, I would say, for very, very good, very fruitful contribution, I would say, to the aerospace industry, which is in fact in a clear boom all over the world, which has not always been the highest priority in the Middle East, but thanks to those kinds of initiatives, and especially to the Aerospace Hub, we are now, I think, changing more or less a little the situation. Let me share with you, I would like to share my video. One moment. Share screen, exactly. So I have prepared here a small presentation, I would say. Okay. All right. So I have prepared here for you, guest, small presentations, I would say, on Dubai, on the climate, and how to do business for foreign entrepreneurs in Dubai. As I called the presentation, the UAE is certainly a gateway to innovation. As we know, the Emirates is a federation of 7 Emirates, which was created in 1971. While the capital is in Abu Dhabi, the main economic hub is in Dubai. A little more than 9.9 million people, and the vast majority of them are foreign people, live in the UAE. And the geographical location of the UAE, exactly in between East and West, is very, very attractive for investment in manufacturing, in export, and of course for our aerospace sector. Here is a small map, as you can see, of the 7 Emirates of the UAE, while Abu Dhabi is in the southern part, Dubai more central, and going up north up to Ras Al Khaimah, next to the border with the Sultanate of Oman. As far as investment incentives in the UAE are concerned, we know that UAE is constantly developing all kinds of laws and regulations. First of all, for investors to have confidence in the country, in the situation, in the geopolitics and in the economy. It is a leading country in introducing legislations that create a very favorable environment for economic investments. We know that investments are guaranteed by efficient, fair, and fast judicial system. We have an excellent infrastructure with power, electricity, very efficient road network, and also very developed e-government capabilities that we see all around the UAE. As far as the incentives are concerned, we first of all notice an exemption from corporate and individual income tax for aerospace activities. In certain case of activities, we may have a 5% VAT, depends. We have a free flow of capital and ability to transfer profits abroad. Custom duties not exceeding 5%. And very important for foreign investments, 100% foreign ownership is guaranteed in free zones, and also, by the way, with some regulatory changes for onshore operations. We have also something very important for entrepreneurs, which are extended visas for entrepreneurs. Now, I've quoted here 2 different schemes, I would say, of incentives. First of all, we have something called FDI, Foreign Direct Investment. Okay, this is the Dubai FDI. It applies to foreign nationals who would like to establish investments in the mainland, concerns modern technology projects that bring high added value contribution to research and development. Foreign investors can own 100% of their business onshore and offshore. They benefit from investment protection guarantee and financial facilities. And of course, the scheme does not apply to military activities. We also have what we call the Mohammed bin Rashid Fund for SMEs, small and medium-sized enterprise, for instance, startups in high technologies and also startups in our aerospace domain. This is the small logo for it. The fund has been created to promote the development and investment of entrepreneurships among citizens and SMEs. It encourages also youth to take part in the entrepreneurship sectors, providing financial support to existing projects and technical expertise in various fields to support entrepreneurs. With this, I've ended my very short presentation here. You have the details of my practice. I, of course, remain available to all the people that joined us today in this small lecture to provide, of course, advice, further information, documentations on all possible incentives in UAE for our investors. But with this, I will now grant the floor, I would say, to the people of the Aerospace Hub.
Thank you, David. I think I will say any questions because you covered Dubai and UAE. Very much appreciated.
You know, I must say that I've been active in Dubai for 25 years, and Dubai is more or less like a little my second home. You see, so.
That's great. That's great. Well, thanks again, David. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning in Israel and anyone in Dubai. I think now it's afternoon time, so good afternoon. My name is Tahnoon Saif. I'm CEO of Mohammed bin Rashid, the Aerospace Hub. I will not go through the specific of the project we're going to share with you. My colleague Mohammed is waiting here, and I think he's looking at me. I will not spoil his party, but what I want to do is to thank David for proactively approaching us and outreaching Dubai South and having a meeting very productively and coming with agenda and a plan, which end of the day brought us all together here. This is not an easy job. We are in business, both my colleague Mohammed and myself, we try to bring people together. It's a full-time job to do it. But again, thanks, David, for making this happening. I will not take much of your time. I will give the floor to my colleague, Mohammed, who will take you to the details of Dubai South in general and Mohammed bin Rashid Aerospace Hub in specific. And if you have any questions with the project, I'm not sure here if it could be text or somebody can participate or ask the questions on this platform here. Otherwise, we can always reply by email or exchange our contacts. So the floor is to my colleague, Mohammed.
Thank you, Tahnoon. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mohammed Al-Filasi. I'm the Aerospace Business Development Director here in Dubai South, Mohammed bin Rashid Aerospace. Again, I would like to thank David for this initiative. We are happy to bridge the communication between the two communities here, Israeli communities and UAE, and particularly Dubai. We believe there is a great capabilities over there in Israel, and we are looking to match this with the opportunities available here in Dubai South. Speaking of Dubai South, I would like to share a detailed presentation. It's not like David's one. I'd like to have your patience on that. Yeah. All right. Looking at the market, I hope that you can view my screen, David.
Yes, we can.
Yes, perfect. So looking at the...
Mohammed, if you make it full screen, better.
Yes, I did already.
Oh, yes, now I
Yes.
can see it.
Sure. Looking at the Miasa region here, most of you know that the opportunities available in this region. It has the highlighted countries over here. It has over the 12 billion US dollar of GDP. There is a great support of resources, 45% of the oil reserve, 28% of the gas reserve. And this nation, has a great opportunity of the youth to carry out the opportunities available here, where 50% of this nation is under 25 years old. So we have all the, aspects of the opportunity to be carried for the coming 15 years easily, especially when you look at the aviation sector and the logistics sector. It's very promising in this market. Positioning Dubai within this region, it has a lot of opportunities as a central location to conduct businesses. Within 7-hour radius, you reach 2/3 of the world's population. Within 3 hours radius from Dubai, with the great connectivity available, you reach 1/3 of the world's population. And that's very important to reach out to your customers as a central location to do business. We have a mandate from our leaders. They think in a different way than a real estate mind, where it is more a proactive thinking. We are not building the largest airport in the world, but we are building the aviation capital of the world. For so many people, aviation is an airport transporting goods and passengers. But there is a great ecosystem to support the whole industry. Therefore, the aviation is very important to us, where our GDP has 28% contributed from the aviation. From logistics is 14%, where the trade positions is enormous and very promising in Dubai. Looking at Dubai forming itself as a super hub to conduct businesses, easy access to capital, access to labor and skilled labor, and supported with great connectivity, whether by sea and air, is very promising. Looking at the projection of the future, where the tourism basically forecast is very promising, highlighting the upcoming events of 25 million visitors expected by Expo 2020, a great GDP growth in the coming 5 years are estimated by 2.3%. And that's very important to firm the super hub of Dubai here. There is a great infrastructure been invested from the Dubai government as soft infrastructure and hard infrastructure. That's the backbone of the business, and that's what we believe. Dubai today turned itself from classic government to e-government to smart government today, where the example of the pandemic proved honestly the available infrastructure of Dubai government authorities to ease the transactions for our investors. Looking at the position of our mega project here, Dubai South, within UAE, we are centrally located. 45 minutes from Dubai South to DXP, 45 minutes to Abu Dhabi Airport. That's an example. For the rest of the UAE, around 60 to 70 minutes away. So the mega project of Dubai South would really allow people to live, work, and conduct businesses within the same area. And that's the ultimate plan and objective of our landmark development here in Dubai South. Overall, Dubai South would be 70 billion investment, 500 jobs will be created upon completion, of course, and we would contribute 35% estimated by 2030, where the big move of Emirates will be here to Dubai, to Al Maktoum International. Speaking of Dubai South, it's a mega government project, over 145 square kilometers, consists of 8 districts. The core business is the airport, Al Maktoum International, logistic district, the MBRAH Aerospace Hub, which is the aviation district, supported with 3 real estate, residential, commercial, and golf. And there is also the Expo 2020 venue, as well as the humanitarian districts. These districts are, if you look here in the map of Dubai South, the engine of the project is the airport, logistics district, and the aerospace hub. This is the core, economical zones that we are developing, supported with the 3 residential, District, Golf District, and Commercial District, Expo 2020 venue, and the Humanitarian District. For you to understand, Dubai South is a one-stop shop to provide all the services from setup businesses, issuing license and visas and approval for design and so on, to dedicated solution from these economical zones, as well as the accommodation part of it. Why we are jumping to real estate? Yes, it's a revenue stream businesses, but yet it is an essential element of any companies to be settled in this region. Our objective is to attract, retain, allow people to grow in the future. Therefore, we are one-stop shop solution available for all different investors. Being in Dubai South, there is a great proposition here where you may have, of course, you would have 100% ownership of the companies as different type of setups from branch to a new establishment. There is no profit share, it's 100% representation, and there is no income applied in our designated zone. A great infrastructure to expand your business, and we always plan with our customers their current requirement and future requirements, and we always try to position them in a location where it will allow them to serve the purpose of their need as well as expansion of their business plans in the future. We have different type of connectivities, whether it's land side, air side, connectivity available, and we are flexible in terms of the growth as we set different financial models for different activities available. Al Maktoum International is going to be the gateway to conduct business, and all the highlight and the investment of Dubai government is focused within our area here in Dubai South, where we have a great capability, capacities of passengers and cargo all together. Some people may wonder why the Dubai government has already invested a lot in DXP, and we are still investing in Dubai South or the Al Maktoum International. There is a limitation in terms of passenger movements in Al Maktoum International, in Dubai South and DXP, where the capacity there maximum would take of 90 million passengers, up to 100 million passengers. However, in parallel, we already have in Dubai South or Al Maktoum International, we have a terminal of 26 million passengers. And parallel to this, we have 2 runways, 2 concourses, 1 terminal designed for 130 million passengers, and that expected to be delivered by 2030. We don't know if the pandemic would really affect our plan, but we are, as officially from the government, that's what's been announced yet. If there's any plan update, we would really have it in a few months. But yes, there is a great infrastructure available to host the passenger movements globally. 70% of our passengers are transit passengers. We have, in the past, in 2019, we have projected the coming 10 years up to 2020. And these are the achieved numbers. However, in 2019, we already reached 88.1 million passengers, but we remain the busiest airport in the world. And we hope, we don't have the numbers, honestly, during the COVID period, which is the 2020, that would be published very soon. Speaking of the second core business of Dubai South, which is the logistics hub, it's a great infrastructure and ecosystem to host anything to do with the short shelf life, time-sensitive products, spread over 18 square kilometers and as a designated zone. The beauty of our platform, it has a multimodal logistic platform, sea, land, air, and rail is coming very soon, within 2 years. That's the regional rail connecting all the UAE together. It will be operational from Dubai South, connecting the airport and the port together. So a seamless connectivity between all mode of transportations within one platform. Today, with the support of the e-services of Dubai government through Dubai Trade, allowed us to have seamless movements between sea and air within 4 hours. And we always challenge ourselves, and our objective here to reach 2 hours and 40 minutes, compared to the previous operation beyond 16 hours. The verticals that we focus within our logistics hub, of course, anything to do, as I said, with short shelf life, time sensitive products, we can host in here. The era of today of the e-commerce is taking the lead, of course, but there are other ecosystem or verticals we focus, like perishables, fashion, when it comes to food and life science and spare part as well. We can host different type of businesses that related to the operation of the airport and increasing the volumes of the cargo terminals. We have around currently Emirates since 5 years, Emirates Cargo operational from 5 years here in Dubai South with 800,000 ton of cargo. Donata is operational since the operation of the Al Maktoum International since almost 10 years with a 600,000 ton of cargo. The ultimate capacity here can reach up to 19 million passengers, 19 million ton of cargo. The overall operation in Dubai is around 3.2 million ton of cargo. Speaking now of our aerospace hub, which is the third core business of Dubai South. Mohammed bin Rashid Aerospace Hub is the identity of our aviation district. We are not apart from Dubai South. We are within the same decree that of the Dubai government, but we have given it an identity based after our, of course, leader Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the leader of Dubai. And within our area, within the 7 square kilometers, we focus on 4 different revenue stream businesses or business verticals. That's simplified, and the first one is all the MRO activities, the maintenance activities, whether it's a component MRO, airframe MROs, supply chain solutions, helicopter MRO, even when it comes to different type of MROs, whether the solutions are landside or airside solutions, can be provided within Dubai South. The second vertical, which is almost a mature vertical here, is the business jet operation or the business aviation sector within Dubai South. We have dedicated VIP terminals, 5 operators total operating in Dubai South, controlling all the movements. Currently, we have around 80% of the movements in Dubai conducted from Dubai South, with great solutions, dedicated services of fuel farm, dedicated catering solution, ground handling solution, and provided with helicopter shuttle services only for the VIPs and the charter operation in Dubai. Looking at the education and training in Dubai South, why? Because if you look at the growth and number of aircrafts in the coming 15 years, there will be a shortage of pilots, shortage of technicians, shortage of cabin crew. Therefore, we are taking one step ahead of everyone in this region to accommodate different type of education training and upskilling solutions within Dubai South. We already have the Emirates Flying School conducting businesses and training from Dubai South. The Aerospace University, we have University South of Wales, cabin crew training as well, already conducted businesses from Dubai South. And we are looking forward, of course, to host more technical institutions and as well as flight simulator businesses within Dubai South. There's lots of opportunities in which I will explain in the coming slides. The last revenue stream businesses, the commercial vertical, where we have different type of retails, hotels, offices as a headquarters and or regional headquarters of our clients, serving the general aviation, the MROs, and the aviation in general within Dubai South. Even we look at hosting different type of businesses as well. We have now the Vault business, they are building their own terminal to host different type of activities related to valuable stuff within Dubai South. We always look at mixing the entertainment with the history, where we're going to have in the future a museum represent the aviation or the aerospace history in UAE and Dubai. The total contribution of our clients so far on the ground today, around 2.6 billion dirhams of investment in place today on the ground within the Mohammed bin Rashid Aerospace Hub. Looking at the master plan of Dubai South, various solutions can be provided. We literally can even go beyond and tailor solutions for our customers, whether it's a solution within our area or when it comes to soft infrastructure, whether arranging that with the government stakeholders like customs, for example. We always tend to have the ease of the operation, long-term commitments, and very unhidden, let's say, terms and conditions within our commercial activities here. Looking at this master plan, we can accommodate within the air side the code F plots, the code C plots. The code F is for the wide body. The code C is for the narrow body hangars for different purposes, whether it's hangarage or MROs. When it comes to the air show facility, that is already a part of our master plan. The air show is the second largest or important aviation event globally after the MBRAH. This year, we're going to have the air show during November, 14th of November. So if anyone would love to come, please share with us, and you will be in our list of attendees here. The VIP operation, we have different special plots for being an airside, landside, airside access, the aerospace supply chain, a designated zone to host aviation activities with different solutions that I can explain in the coming slides. We have a light industrial zone. It can be bonded or non-bonded operation. It depends on your operation and requirements. We have an education cluster, commercial strips within the master plan of Dubai South. Looking at the number of aircrafts in this region, it's very promising. These are very old, obviously, numbers, but yet we have a good number of on-hand operational aircrafts, and the one in order shows you all the potential and the opportunities available in this region. Speaking of the commercial airlines, of course. Looking at the global demand of the aircrafts here, the coming 10 years, I mean, there is an estimated number of 35,500 fleet or aircraft will be delivered within the coming 10 years. Why we are showing this? Because there's a great MRO spend forecasted, whether it's a line, airframe, or other engine activities, can be, I mean, estimated in terms of the spent globally. Despite the challenge that we have now post the COVID, there are different scenarios that shows around 28,000 aircrafts will be delivered. Another scenario says around 22,000 aircraft, and it's still promising, still great opportunities for various operators in this region. When it comes to the GCC itself, there is $11 billion of MRO spent estimated within this region only. But 70% of this estimated MRO spent are from or is from UAE because of the 5 operators looking at Emirates, Fly Dubai, Etihad, WestJet, as well as Air Arabia Sharjah and Air Arabia joint venture with Abu Dhabi government. So 6 operators currently can have the opportunity to lead this market with the estimated growth of the MRO spend. Again, that's our master plan, and the purpose. What we can show you here is the number of customers that are available with us. There is good international top 100 customers already chose Dubai South or Mohammed bin Rashid Aerospace Hub to be the hub to conduct businesses and capture the opportunities locally and regionally here. Speaking of 5 operators of the MROs, DC Al Futtaim, Falcon, Jet Aviation, ExecuJet, and Jet Aviation. Some of them, they have already MRO capabilities. Some of them, they are under the process to build their own. We have a dedicated paint shop by Satis. It's a French company and leader globally to paint aircrafts. When it comes to components repair, we have Lufthansa Technique chose Dubai South to be the hub for their regional service center. And there's a good example where we can show here a growth of our clients. Lufthansa Technique were starting with us with the line maintenance, then a Dubai office. Now they became a Middle East facility conducting businesses from Dubai South. Another example, GE, they chose Dubai as their first direct investment in the Middle East is with Dubai South. That's how our solutions really suits major clients globally, and we can show the examples in different sectors how we can accommodate them. Now, more focus on the aerospace supply chain. Very great solution. It's a landside solution, very approximate to the air side, with different facilities, starting from small, units, 94 square meter, up to bigger solutions of 900 and beyond, if it's a full building, let's say, of solutions. Simple elements made really big change in the market, and we have looked at the market requirements. We have differentiated our solutions here within the aerospace supply chain to suit the requirement of the aviation customers. Simple elements from floor load to height to door width, corporation operation, as well as the support of the operation from the government stakeholders like customs and police to ease the operation with the services that are available in Dubai to have very quick response time, a smooth operation. We educate our stakeholders about the nature of business that we host within the same area here. Different solutions starting from big units. This is the phase one that is already provided to our customers in this area. To the second phase it was a very successful case that we presented in phase one, and phase two already been built and delivered and under operation and occupied by several tenants. There is a great layout and detailed layout, let's say, of this facility. The best infrastructure, let's say, in terms of the MEP requirements, height, load, operation between within this facility suits different type of businesses, and we can customize the facility towards your requirements. Another small, G+3 vertical solution. It's under development. It will be delivered by Q1 2022. It's a great idea and of affordable, let's say, solution for startup businesses, for those who does not require really a big space, with different heights, 7 meters, 5 meters, or 4 meters, the size of 94 square meter and plus, where it has a common loading bay and an elevator to come to different workshops. It can be designed for basically aftermarket repair, components, avionics, showcase office, as well as other MRO activities within the same area here, or the same building. It's under development, very affordable. We always tend to have a very long relationship, contract. We always try to fix our prices for long term for you to really have a very solid business plan, always. And the LMU, it's going to be operational in March, hopefully next month, where we have designed this facility to support the airside operation of the LMU's requirements here. We have a dedicated helicopter zone focused for the education, for the training, as well as the operation and the government MROs and the government, the company's representation here. With looking at the helicopter market, there is around, within the coming 15 years, there is around 2,000 plus helicopters will be added to the Middle East region and Africa, and that's a very promising number. Looking at the number of operators locally and regionally here, there is no such infrastructure to host the activities of the MROs, activities of the education training for the helicopter sector. We always look at our master plan, the opportunities available in the region, and we try to host them here in our master plan. We already have now Air Chateau signed with us to build helipads, hangar, and VIP lounge for our current need and requirements. And we are happy to discuss with any helicopter operators in the region. Looking at the education cluster, the operational Emirates Flight Academy dedicated for 600 cadets are currently they have around 286 cadets and they are in phase 2 of expansion. And of course, within the coming 2-3 years, they're gonna reach the maximum capacity of 600 cadets. They have their own runway of 1.8 kilometers, airside, landside activities, and this is one of our mega or key educational arms within the Mohammed bin Rashid Aerospace Hub, over 1 million square meter of facility. The education cluster as well hosts cabin crew training, state-of-the-art, standalone, let's say, cabin crew training can be focused for the general aviation and the commercial industry here. And they have very good state-of-the-art facility covering various number of training certifications. There is another opportunity of the simulator business here, estimated globally around 5.6 million market in the coming 10 years. And we're trying to currently we are supporting the Emirates Flying School with different type of simulator, but looking at the ultimate plan, we need to have a center location for simulator business. And we are happy to discuss with anyone interested in this market, where the latest incident of the 787 proved how the importance of basically for the simulator business to take place in this region, as our operators controls really big number of 787s, and there is a shortage in this region for the simulator available to conduct and capture that opportunity honestly. Therefore, they have to fly to the mother companies basically in US to get trained. The aviation business is good, matured business, let's say, and flourishing. We are in good growth, where from our VIP terminal, we have 3 operators conducting the businesses. Overall in Dubai, there are 5 operators conducting 80% of the movements in Dubai are conducted from Dubai South, where we have really good response time in terms of fueling, catering, a great VIP terminal for the operators to conduct the business. We have changed the experience of the VIPs. It used to be very swift in and out. Now it's mixed with really great retail options, as well as conducting some meetings with great facilities, state-of-the-art, honestly, to host different type of VIPs and charter flights. There is a good response time compared in Dubai. They used to be in DXP. For example, the fuel farm, the response time was 3 hours in DXP. Compared to Dubai South here in Al Maktoum International, the response time is only 20 minutes. So that's a really good achievement in terms of efficiency, in terms of saving time and money, of course, for our customers. We are building an environment here to host various type of ecosystem, related to the general aviation, to support the industry. And these are been, today, all the numbers translated how efficient we are compared, even during the pandemic in 2020. The last quarter, we had 100% increase compared to the last year. Overall, is 21% increase compared to 2020 and 2019. With the great insight of the upcoming events this year of the air show and the expo event, it would really impact our operation. And we hope always Dubai has around 11% of the GDP of the trade and exhibitions that conducted within Dubai. And we always try to tone our operation here towards these events, promoting that through our FBO operators. Again, we are one-stop shop to provide you with all solutions from setup business, dedicated solutions, connectivity, and even when it comes to real estate within this area to capture the opportunities available locally and globally. We are not apart from DXP. We have a truck every half an hour between the two ports, and we are looking to host a really good connectivity with other major destinations in UAE to have the same operation. And it was a trial, an example between the two ports, and it was very successful. And now we're linking Dubai South or Mohammed Rashid Aerospace Hub with different aerospace or important destinations and airports within UAE. I have covered now most of the items basically of the region, Dubai South in general and its dedicated zones. Mohammed Rashid Aerospace Hub are more focused on some of the solutions that we can provide. There is great opportunities in this region, we all know, but the beauty of Dubai South, we have differentiated ourselves with the great infrastructure that we have, whether soft and hard. We have great connectivity. We have built our project based on the Aerotropolis concept, building the airport, and surrounding that, you build the great, of course, connectivity and the elements to support the whole concept altogether. We believe there is an opportunity that can be translated today on the ground. We are happy to discuss with the Israeli capabilities and the Israeli aviation sector the expansion of their services to Dubai South and capture these opportunities. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much, Mohammed, for this really outstanding presentation of all what the Aerospace Hub has to offer to the people. I see that some people are writing questions on the chat. First of all, we have, I think, Mr. Joshua Goldberg, and he's writing here on the chat, can you please discuss the availability of MRO skilled manpower in the area, and especially current and future man-hour rates?
If I may jump into this one, David, and one thing just before answering the question is just mentioning that we are a government entity as an authority. We license, we do the visas, we do all this support activity for the companies as well. When it comes to labor, there is a greater value proposition from Dubai to attract people to live in Dubai. So wherever the skilled labor are in the world, most of them, I don't want to exaggerate, but they would love to come and live in Dubai, especially the environment of no tax on individual income, lifestyle here, and all of those supporting activities. We have some companies came here, very easily secured labor. We have different nationalities, diversities in place. We have Emirates, Etihad with big engineering arms. So people are coming from this background. You're going to find them after years, they are working in different companies. So those are two local sources of manpower for MRO. But on top of this, a lot of people coming from overseas and staying here. When it comes to the hour rate, if the question is to provide a service for an MRO, we don't have it actually. This is the operators' work, they do it. We know for private jet, it's $140 US dollars per hour. This is what they charge for clients. And for commercial, it's between 40 and 50, that range, US dollars per hour. If you are talking about the salary, we did a study a long time ago. It's not validated about the skilled labor salaries in this field here.
Okay, thank you very much. Are there maybe any other questions? You may either write them on the chat or really simply appear on the screen with us. Anyone has maybe remarks or questions? Okay. Okay. So before we conclude the webinar, I don't know because I don't see him here on the screen. I don't know if because normally I would say the webinar had to normally be open this morning with the presence of His Excellency the Chargé d'Affaires of the State of Israel to the UAE. But unfortunately, due to the absence of Israeli delegates to IDEX show in Abu Dhabi, he couldn't attend with us because he had to represent those 200 attendees at IDEX. And I've asked, but I don't know if he's with us from His Excellency the Consul General of Israel in Dubai. Is he with us? Because I'm not 100% sure if he's there. Shahar, do you know if the consul is with us? Okay. So I'm not sure that he's with us. Okay. So with this, well, we will conclude the webinar. I would like, first of all, once again, to thank very, very much Tahnoon Saif and Mohammed Al-Falasi for having joined me this morning in Israel and afternoon in Dubai, where it's going to be 2:00 p.m. in a few moments now. And also to remind all the attendants that we at Shibolet, we remain available again to assist anyone interested to set up there. I must already, of course, point out that we are now on the verge of, I hope, successfully complete our first project for an Israeli company at the Aerospace Hub. I'm traveling shortly in about, as soon as the airport reopens, the sky reopens, I'm traveling with my client to the Aerospace Hub to complete all the procedures for the setting up of and carrying out, I would say, of the operations. So thank you once again. Shukran. And that's it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, David. Really appreciate it. And looking forward to seeing you. Any requirements before somebody wants to come related to the work or any advices where to stay, friend relationships like where to go, where is the nice, better time to visit, all of these, please let us know. We can support you with this information. And for anyone who wants to come and visit Dubai South, please let us know ahead so we schedule a proper visit with, it's 145 square kilometers. It will have also a site visit with it.
Of course. Just before we conclude, someone is writing here on the chat, but I don't exactly understand the question. Maybe you can appear maybe on the screen, Aisha Begum, because I do not exactly understand what you're asking. Open your microphone, please.
Hello.
Yes. Good morning. Good afternoon. we don't see you. We hear you, but we don't see you. Okay.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Sir, I just wanted to know when the recruitment is going to start for the these projects for labors and everything. I'm an aeronautical engineer, so I was just open to work. So I was planning to visit Dubai. I just wanted to know.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, Aisha. This is mainly with the operators. The more companies establish here, it's a job creation, so that will be the great time. We are anticipating several projects this year in our line maintenance units. We are having our executive and the SOT. Mohammed, is it finishing 2022?
Yes, it's around 1 year exactly.
Yeah, so by 1 year time from now, this facility is a very big facility. It's a Middle Eastern company with Dassault, French OEM, to have their maintenance hub here. So those all create together the opportunities for jobs for engineers and skilled technical people.
Okay. Very good. So if no more questions, well, with a little sadness. I have to leave my two distinguished guests. But a big joy for me. In just 2 weeks, I'm going to see them again. So
Looking forward. Looking forward.
Exactly. Inshallah, inshallah. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you very much for your attendance, and see you all very soon. Bye bye.
Thank you very much.